Probably wasn't the night you wanted with the ankle injury, but the team found a way to grind out a win, go to 6-0. What does this win mean to you today?
It means a lot. I mean, I was very emotional throughout the whole game, and I mean, just seeing my team battling, going to war without me, it makes me feel great, man. And I'm glad our team did it, and we're really doing history with our school.
What happened on that run with the injury?
Okay, so I mean, I usually play running back, but we mixed it up this week. Coach took me in. I got good yardage on the run play, and then I mean, I think bro just landed on my ankle when he tackled me, and I mean, it stung. I mean, I tried to go back in there and do what I could, but it is what it is.
How many times, I mean, you mentioned moving you around a little bit. How many times do you get double teamed like that where there's a guy, basically they're stacking it on defense like that?
Literally probably since like last year or probably the end of my sophomore year for real. So I'm not really surprised by that.
Does it get frustrating getting double teamed that much and still trying to find a way to get involved in the game?
It definitely does, but I mean, our offensive coordinator does a good job of putting me in some information that where they can't double me, and then we have other receivers who can make plays, so I mean, that helps a lot, and then a good running back.
Having that pretty balanced team, how much does that eventually kind of open things up for you?
Opens up a lot for me. Like I said, when teams like want to focus on me or the receiver core, we have a dual threat quarterback and a good running back who can also make plays, and then vice versa. I mean, that's what we showed every single game. A team will focus on something, we wouldn't do the complete opposite.
Going into this senior season for you, let's say from like July to where you are now, where do you feel like you've made the biggest improvement in your game?
I'd probably say bigger, faster, stronger mentally. I've always felt I had the skill set, but I mean, really just this season I've been taking a different kind of approach. I've been trying to look at it as like I'm getting ready for college. So I mean, really like just the physical aspect of, I think that's helped me a lot.
You talk about the college aspect, obviously very locked in with Ohio State, no issues there. What's the communication been like since you've been committed, and how has life been for you since you've been committed for almost 6 months now, I think?
Life's great. I mean, I took a few visits and I knew that's where I wanted to go. I mean, life's been great, phones I've been blowing up, everything like that. I mean, some coaches still hitting me up for visits, but I mean, it's out the window. And then I talk to Coach Harline and Coach Dan about every week. Coach Jordan, they stay on top of me.
How is your relationship growing with the two Jeremiahs?
It's been great. I mean, every time I see Jeremiah Smith, every time I see him, we speak and everything like that. Sometimes we speak via social media. McClellan, we talked briefly a few times on the phone, over text, stuff like that.
Do you have plans to get back for the Penn State or the Michigan State game?
Definitely. I wanted to go to the Notre Dame game, but Notre Dame didn't want to let me in, so I'm going to definitely just go to any home games, especially the big games. I'll probably take my official, probably the Penn State or Michigan State game.
Pretty big game coming up for Ohio State. How do you envision that game going tomorrow?
I feel no type of pressure. I like the Buckeyes by like 20, 21.
Oh, that much,
yeah,
huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you, have you made a decision whether you plan to enroll early or be a summer enrollee?
No, I'll probably finish out my senior high school year and go in the summer.
Did you get a diagnosis on what happened with your ankle?
No. I mean, I dealt with stuff like this for a good amount of time. So, I mean, I kind of have a feeling in my mind what it is. I'll just ice it up over the weekend and just rest it, and then hopefully come back sometime like Tuesday, Wednesday, maybe Monday.
You mentioned talking to Jeremiah Smith. Did you see him on ESPN last night?
Yeah, he went crazy.
What did you think? What do you see when you watch him play? Like, what stands out to you about what he does well?
He's definitely just a physical specimen. I mean, he's like 6'3", 6'4", like over 200 pounds. I mean, and then he has a good skill set too. He can run routes, great hands, things like that. So I mean, really, I just see like a bigger, more physical type receiver.
3 wideouts in the class right now. Do you think you're set? Do you need another one? What do you think?
I'm pretty sure we're set, but I mean, I can't go wrong with whatever Coach Harline feels. But I feel like we're set with 3.
Circling back to that, I mean, yeah, Jeremiah is very talented. We all know what he is, but oddly enough, I feel like you're in the same category. Not a lot of people are putting you into that same category. For you, just knowing what your skill set is with Jeremiah's, what's it like knowing that you guys are going to continue that Ohio State wide receiver tradition?
Definitely feels great. I mean, you have Olave and then Garrett, and then you have Marvin Harrison and Emeka Egbuka, and then years prior. So I mean, it feels great. And I mean, me and Jeremiah bring 2 completely different things to the table. I mean, like I said, he's a bigger, more like boundary side receiver, X type receiver. I'm more of like a Z type, going motion, yak receivers, things like that.
How well have you gotten to know Aaron Noland?
I met him about a few times, probably once or twice, but I mean, we talk briefly amount.
What just stands out to you when you watch him as somebody who could be your future quarterback?
Definitely has great arm talent. I mean, good decision maker, nice tight spiral on the ball. I mean, it'll be kind of weird catching from a lefty, but I mean, I just have to adapt to it.
How do you have to adapt to that?
Yeah, I mean, just reps, really, honestly. Just reps and a lot of practice, and it'll come eventually.
What kind of role have you gone through from going from recruit and then you commit to recruiter and trying to bring other guys in the class too?
I mean, it kind of feels weird, like you said, going from a recruit to recruiting, trying to bring it kind of feels weird, but I mean, I'm getting used to it, just adjusting to the recruiting process, things like that.
Anybody in particular you're trying to stay in their ear about?
Say that again?
Anybody in particular that you're staying in their ear about committing?
I don't remember when his date said, but Brendan Baker, we love to get him, and then I think another lineman, Jordan Seaton, and I think we'd be straight. We have a solid defensive class and everything like that.